Hello Hollydale Heroes, and welcome back to another Magical Art and Science Monday with Miss Daisy. For today's activity, we will be creating stress balls using balloons and flour. So these stress balls will be very helpful in helping you manage your emotions. I know for me, I can get pretty stressed out, obviously being away from my friends and being in front of a computer screen for so long, and I hope that these stress balls will help you out too. So starting off with the materials, we will be creating a paper funnel to put the flour into our water bottle, and we'll be using the water bottle to get the flour into our balloons. And then our decorating materials will be yarn, and you're gonna see what I'll use that for later, and a marker or a pen or basically anything that you can write on the balloon with. So starting off with our paper funnel, the easiest way is to grab the corner and roll it up together as tight as you can. The tip has to be small enough to fit into the hole of the water bottle so that we can get all the flour in, and the top part has to be big enough to get the flour inside as well. So once you start rolling, it kind of takes its own shape. As you can see, it's already pretty small. That might even be a little bit too small, so I'm going to fix that up a little bit later. So this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. Just kind of put your finger in there to make it a little bit bigger. So that's about a good size. And so once you put it inside of your water bottle, it should fit like that. So our next step is grabbing our flour. Just gonna open this up, and we'll be putting enough flour in there to put into our balloons. So even if you have a little bit extra, that's okay. We just want to make sure you have enough. So opening that up, grabbing this, and try to aim as close to the center as possible so you don't spill the flour. As you can see, once you start pouring it in, it should start filling up right away. So be patient. It might take a little bit of time so it doesn't fall everywhere. And if you want, you can even grab a pencil or a marker or anything to, you can see right there, the flour starts getting stuck because the hole is a little too small. So just poking that in there and wiggling the paper around, it'll start falling out. Okay, you can see it's falling out more quickly now. Just keep poking in there. You don't need too much flour because the balloons aren't that big, so they'll fill up pretty quickly. We're just going to keep poking in there. Wiggle it around a little bit more so it all comes out. So far, this is how much flour we have in there. I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay, like I said, this can get a little bit messy, as you can see. So if you want it to be a little bit easier for you to clean up, you can do this on top of a piece of cardboard or a paper grocery bag, so you can just get rid of the mess a little bit easier at the end. Okay, that's about enough flour. I'm gonna squeeze the remaining part, and you can always add more. This paper funnel will still be fine to use. So if you run out, just add some more in there. So next, we'll be getting this flour into our balloons. So the easiest way is to blow it up a little bit and then put this little part of the balloon directly onto the mouth of the water bottle to get the flour in a little bit easier. That's about fine. Open it up and put it directly on there. I'm gonna pull it down as much as possible so the flour gets in easier. Let me show you all how this looks for me. So the reason that it's easier when you put a little bit of air is because it's easier to get on the nozzle. Mine deflated, as you can see, but it still works out perfectly fine. You just gotta pull a little bit more. Okay, almost done. And I think that should be okay. So you're gonna wanna slowly start putting the flour in, and you're going to wanna squeeze the water bottle to get the flour inside. So hold on to that. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can see it's already filling up, and you can just fill it up as much as you want to. I'm gonna go for mine to be a little bit bigger. You just don't want it to be too big to the point that it's gonna pop really easily. So I think for me that should be fine. And you're gonna wanna grab the tip so the flour doesn't shoot out. And you're going to slowly just tip this over so that all the flour goes to the bottom of the water bottle. Pinch it, like I said, and start taking this off from the mouth of the water bottle. And there you go. Should come off pretty easily, and the top is empty while all the flour sits in the bottom. And then you're going to want to tie. So the easiest way to stretch this out, put 2 fingers, wrap it around those fingers, and put it right in the middle of your 2 fingers at the top. And then you're just gonna wanna take your fingers out and let go. So here's our first stress ball. I think for the next, I'm going to add a little bit more flour just because I do want it to be more full. You can see that there's still a little bit of air in there. So this is how our first one's gonna look, which is fine with me. Going on to the next one. Grab it all the way this time. I wanted to show you all these different methods just so you can all see which one you like best and see which one works best for you. There's not really a perfect way to do this or a right way to do this. Just as long as you get the flour in there, that is all that matters. So the same way as before, you're gonna wanna squeeze, hold on. Okay, this one's a little bit more full how I wanted it. And it has a little bit more space at the top, so I could have filled up more, but I'm fine with this little one. Just for comparison, here's my first one, and here's the second. So I definitely like how this one looks more. And here's the mess I was talking about. So here's our last one. And here is our green balloon. So here are our 3 stress balls that I have created. Our next step is decorating these stress balls. And like I said, we have some yarn, so I'm just gonna cut off some pieces, and this is going to be the hair of our stress balls. So you can do as long or as little as you want. I'm gonna start off with just little pieces, probably about like 3 or 4 for each one. I forgot to state this at the beginning, but we are going to need a little bit of glue just to get the yarn onto our stress balls. So the easiest way would be to just pour glue directly on the spots that you're going to want to put the yarn and just sticking them on there. Okay, just a little bit of glue. Get our yarn. A little bit more just to secure that in place. Here's our hair. This one already looked like it had a little bit of hair, so I don't want to add too much, but that's the idea behind it. So I'm going to do the rest for the rest of our stress balls. So now that our stress balls all have their hair on them, our next step and our final step is to draw our faces on our stress balls representing our emotions. So for me, I'm going to do angry on this red one, nervous or stressed on this yellow one, and happy on this green one. And the purpose of drawing these emotions on our stress balls is for us to squeeze these stress balls whenever we're feeling these emotions to help us deal with them. So when we're angry and we don't know what to do with our angriness, we can just give a quick squeeze or a long squeeze and to help us deal with that emotion. Even when you're happy, if you're happy and you just want to express that to someone, you can give a quick hug to your little stress ball. So we're going to start drawing our faces, and then I'll show you the final product. Okay, so we're all done. So this is my little stress ball when I don't know what to do and I'm super nervous or stressed out because I'm too stressed out about homework or anything else like that. I can just give this one a quick squeeze. Here is our happy stress ball. Like I said, when we're super happy and we want to just show our happiness, share our happiness with someone, we can give this a quick hug. And here is Mr. Angry Stress Ball. So when I'm super frustrated or mad at something, I can give it a quick squeeze as well. So these are our final products. These stress balls do last you a pretty long while. If you're giving them lots of big hugs or squeezes, they do tend to start breaking or tearing a little bit just because the balloon gets super stretched out. But if you're just using it a regular amount, maybe like a couple of times a day or so, they should last you a while. I hope you all enjoyed creating these stress balls with me, and I hope this taught you how to handle your emotions a little bit better and how to deal with them. Thank you all for joining Magical Art and Science Monday with Miss Daisy. Please remember to post a picture of your stress balls or leave a like and comment for a chance to be entered into our Send Goodie Bag drawing. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all next time.